Breaking news for every Oklahoman watching the housing market right now. What we're seeing in 2025 is not what most people expected, and if you're planning to buy, sell, or protect your current home, you need to hear this. Welcome to Oklahoma House Report. I'm breaking down the most critical housing market data for 2025, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it means for your wallet. Here's what nobody's talking about. The Oklahoma housing market is moving in a completely different direction from California, Florida, or Texas. That difference could either save you thousands or cost you big time. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where home prices are headed in 2026, which Oklahoma cities are seeing the biggest growth, and whether you should be buying, selling, or sitting tight. If you want urgent updates on Oklahoma housing and insurance as this market keeps shifting, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. Let's start with the numbers. As of late 2025, the average home value across Oklahoma is $216,292. Homes are going from listed to pending in about 29 days. What does that tell us? This market is active but not chaotic. People are buying, but not in a feeding frenzy like 2021, where homes got snatched up in 24 hours with 15 competing offers. 29 days means buyers have time to think, sellers have time to negotiate, and the market is functioning like it should in a healthy economy. Now let's talk inventory. As of September 30th, 2025, there were 21,192 homes for sale across Oklahoma. That's a healthy number. If you're a buyer, you've got options. You can actually shop around, compare, and make smart decisions instead of bidding $40,000 over asking. And here's more good news. 5,273 new listings hit the market in that same period. The market isn't drying up, and it's not getting flooded either. It's balanced, which is exactly what you want for long-term stability. Now for numbers that are going to surprise you. The median sale price in Oklahoma as of August 31st was $236,300, but the median list price was $292,387. Notice the difference? Homes are listing for one price but selling for less. Only 20.9% of sales went over asking price. Bidding wars aren't the norm here. But here's the stat that really matters. 56.2% of sales closed below the list price. More than half. If you're a buyer right now, you've got negotiating power. Real power. The median sale to list ratio is 0.988, meaning homes sell for about 98.8% of their asking price on average. This is what a healthy, balanced market looks like. All right, the elephant in the room. Is the Oklahoma housing market going to crash in 2025 or 2026? Based on the data we have right now, no. A widespread market crash is extremely unlikely. A crash usually happens because of massive economic turmoil, way too much supply flooding the market, or a speculative bubble bursting. When I look at Oklahoma right now, I don't see those red flags. The economy here is diverse with strong sectors in energy, aerospace, agriculture, and manufacturing. We're not over-leveraged like some markets were in 2008. Inventory levels are healthy but not excessive, and prices aren't inflated to the point where they were unsustainable. What I do see is slow, steady growth with some regional variation. Let me break down the forecast for different parts of Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, 0.8% growth by end of 2025, 2.1% by September 2026. Tulsa, same story, 0.8% by end of year, 2.4% by September 2026. Lawton, 0.8% by end of year, 2.4% by next September. Some smaller cities are showing stronger growth potential. Shawnee is projected at 1.3% by end of 2025, but 3.9% by September 2026. That's one of the highest in the state. Bartlesville and Tahlequah, 1% by end of year, 3.2% by September 2026. Muskogee, 1.1% by end of year, 3.4% by next September. Stillwater, 1.1% by end of year, 3.1% by September 2026. Cities showing the most modest growth include Enid at 0.7% by end of year and 1.9% by September 2026. Ardmore, 0.6% by end of year, 2.1% by next September. Ponca City 0.6% by end of year, 1.8% by September 2026. If you're finding this breakdown valuable, drop a like to help others discover this information. So what does this mean? If you're in Oklahoma City or Tulsa, you are looking at steady, predictable growth. If you're in a smaller city like Shawnee or Bartlesville, you might see slightly higher appreciation. If you're in Enid, Ardmore, or Ponca City, growth will be slower but still positive. We're not seeing wild swings or crashes, just stability with gradual increases. Now let's talk about what this means for you. If you're a current homeowner, your home value is likely going to continue appreciating slowly over the next year to 18 months. You're not going to wake up and find your house lost 30% of its value overnight. But here's what you need to watch out for: insurance costs. Your homeowner's insurance premiums have been climbing, and they're expected to keep climbing in 2025 and 2026. Oklahoma is in a high-risk zone for severe weather. Insurance companies are paying out massive claims and passing those costs on to you. Even if your home value goes up 2 or 3%, your insurance could go up 10, 15, even 20%. That's why it's critical to shop your insurance every single year. Get quotes, compare coverage, and make sure you're not overpaying. It could literally save you thousands. If you're thinking about buying, this is not a bad time to buy in Oklahoma. You've got negotiating power, inventory is decent, and you're not competing with 15 other buyers on every property. But don't rush. Take your time. Use that 29-day average to your advantage. Make offers below asking price. Most sellers are willing to negotiate. And whatever you do, factor in insurance costs when calculating what you can afford. If you're stretching to buy a house at the top of your budget and then get hit with a massive insurance bill, you're going to be in financial trouble. If you're thinking about selling, you can still sell, but you need to price realistically. The days of listing high and getting over asking are mostly over. 56% of homes are selling below list price. If you overprice, you're just going to sit on the market. Work with a good realtor who understands the local market. Price competitively from the start and be ready to negotiate. Now let's talk about what could change these projections. Interest rates: if mortgage rates drop significantly in 2026, you could see more buyers jump in. If rates stay high or go higher, it could slow things down. National economic conditions: if we hit a recession, that's going to impact Oklahoma too. But right now, the economy is holding steady, and Oklahoma's diverse economy gives us some protection. Local factors like new employers moving into the state, infrastructure projects, or changes in property taxes can all impact local markets. Keep an eye on what's happening in your specific city or county. And the insurance market: if insurance companies start pulling out of Oklahoma, or if premiums keep skyrocketing, that could make home ownership less affordable and put downward pressure on prices. Here's the bottom line. The Oklahoma housing market in 2025 is stable, balanced, and showing modest growth projections for 2026. We're not heading for a crash. We're not in a bubble. And if you're smart about your decisions, there are opportunities whether you're buying, selling, or staying put. But you've got to stay informed, watch your insurance costs like a hawk, and make decisions based on data, not fear or hype. That's what we do here on Oklahoma House Report. We cut through the noise and give you the facts you need to make smart decisions about your home and your money. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you're subscribed for more urgent updates on Oklahoma housing and insurance. I'll see you in the next one.